How are you, Pete?
Great to
Lovely
see
to see
you.
you.
I'm well, thank you. I had a little bit challenges looking and using Zoom with my computer, so I need to use this time my iPad because it didn't work at all. It says update and update, and well, it didn't update, so that's why it's a bit strange using this iPad, but it's gonna be okay.
It is, I think, the regular experience for many people with Zoom that they go to switch it on and it says there's an update you need.
Yeah, and then actually I wasn't able to do it. It says error, 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 and I was like, okay, forget it. Let's change the machine. But
Pete,
hey, thank you
I
for
know you
inviting
quite
me. And
good, and and we've been friends for some years now, since I first met you in Finland, and you've become certified in the goal mapping. You've done some amazing things. I'm always super impressed, and the
hey,
amount of go on, you
it's
speak.
all thanks to you. I would say it's all thanks to you.
Please,
You
please
came to
tell
you can.
us
Hey, you.
who you
Sorry.
are and what work you do, and a little about your journey with goal mapping, P. And I know people will be so inspired by it.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you for inviting me this evening. It's a pleasure for me to share my story. And like Brian said, we have met each other for quite a few years ago, and I was just looking my oldest gold map, which is actually here. I didn't show it there, but it's here, and you can see the date. It's 2015 May. This is my first goal map, actually, and that was the time we created this map, and it was the workshop that Brian kept here in Finland, and it was called Shine.
Yeah.
And I remember that very well because I was sitting there. I was unemployed at that time, being already like over 1 year, and I had all the NLP tools and everything, but somehow I was stuck in my life. I was there. I didn't know what to do next, and I was sitting there in that workshop and listening Brian, and I was crying almost all the time. I don't know. It was just listening, and the tears were crawling on my cheeks, and I was just crying there. And
I often have
I
that
knew that
effect
I
on
was.
people.
Yeah. Uh, um, it was very emotional because I knew that I was in the right place with the right people, and especially learning right skills at that time. So, and now when I'm looking this map, and it says that my main goal was that I'm surrounded people that are helping me. That was my main goal. I had this vision that I should have some other kind of goal as the main goal, but I realized that that was the thing that I needed most at that time. I needed people's support, and Brian was a big support because later on, and I became as a certified goal mapping practitioner, and I created my map that created my path, and created my job that I loved, and I did many years. And it's so funny when it comes to the goal maps, actually. Because one of the maps, I think that was maybe the second one I created.
I've got one.
My main.
I've got this one.
No, that. Let me see the date. Well, actually, it was, yeah, that was probably the second one because, yeah, that was the second one. I created another one the next day, actually, when I'm looking the dates, 15 are both of them. And it was, one of the maps was that I am inspired and I'm inspiring goal mapping coach or goal mapping practitioner or goal mapping teacher. And I didn't know how this is going to happen. And it happened because when I started working with Young Living and did that many years and supporting our leaders all around Europe actually with goal mapping, and I was teaching teaching
All
goal
the
mapping,
things you
but I
said
didn't
on the
know
goal
how.
map all come true.
Yeah, it came through, and the map that I was sharing here as well, and I sent to the Brian that I do. I love my how. Let me see. How did I said it in a specific way that I love the work that I do. And that time I was really unemployed. That was end of 2015. I was unemployed. I didn't know what to do. And my main goal was that I love my work. I love my work. And the funny thing was also that what were the main reasons for my reaching that goal was that I wanted to work through love. I wanted to be something meaningfulness, and I wanted to increase people wellness. And those were actually the values of the company that I started to work with.
Yeah.
Their mission and vision. And so it's really, really powerful tool.
And how many people do you think you have helped with goal mapping P? I think it's thousands.
I think it's thousands, but I haven't calculated. I should have calculated because I could send you the number. You could increase your list. Not how many, but many people.
It is thousands, especially as because there's been more things since as well, and now you have a training organisation as well that you are working with in Finland.
Actually, I have at the moment. I have my own company at the moment. Yeah. I started it last year, and I have done some goal mapping sessions also via my own company, open workshops, and it has been fun. And there are two coming also this autumn. We have kind of a open summer university. It's kind of a little bit funny way, but it's like an open university that I'm keeping one in English actually, and one in Finnish in this autumn also. So
how can people find out about those?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
They are like the one is the English one is via Zoom, and the Finnish one will be in another city here in Finland, in Lahti, in this coming autumn. But definitely, and this is the one main tool that I love to share also with the companies when it's possible, because it's all about mindset and focusing and realizing what is really important in life generally, and who you are and who you want to become and why. And the main thing is why. You need to know your why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? So
what's the thing you love most about goal mapping, P?
Most.
Yeah. If there's one thing you can focus on, what's the thing you love most?
Well, I'm thinking the whole process. It's all about awareness. Become aware. You can't do any changes if you are not aware what needs to be changed generally. So I think that the key, and it's the first ladder also, it's about all about
raise awareness, principle one.
Raise awareness. That's the starting point in everything, and that's what I'm also loving to teach people, that become aware. It doesn't matter if it's about being aware of your surrounding or yourself or your thoughts, but anytime if you want you want and wish to change something, its first step is always being aware. Then the other things come along, and they are all important as well. But I think that's the like a starting
raising
point.
Awareness is first step for sure.
Yeah.
What's the goal you've achieved that's most pleased you?
There are plenty, but I would love to share actually what has been giving me the biggest impact, actually.
Yeah,
And it's
share.
not about my own goals.
Okay.
It was it happened also quite a few years ago already. I would say maybe 4 years ago or something like that. And one day my eldest son said to me that, hey, mother, that could you keep one of those, those goal setting workshops for me and my friends? And I said, I was like, yes, yes, finally. Yes. Because, before it was always like, oh, those mothers things, those always about this positive psychology and all that. But I was like, yes, you ask finally. And then I kept one Saturday, he and his friends were sitting all around our kitchen table, and we were sitting there maybe 4 hours totally, and they were all drawing their maps, and we were talking about mindset and all the things that are coming when it comes to goal mapping. And then maybe it was, I would say that less than a year after that, my eldest son came to me and said, hey mother, I need to do another map. All the things that I put my map, I have accomplished.
Wow.
And I was like, that's the reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah. And that's such a lovely, lovely story.
Yeah, it has touched me most because, of course, it's my family and loved ones, but also the many other stories. I remember one lady in Iceland that came after the workshop, maybe 6 months or something like that after the workshop, and she said to me that it was so powerful. I'm so happy that I joined. I have accomplished the things that I wanted, and all those stories when people share, that are like most important for myself, not my personal goals. It's other people's goals is more important. Helping them to achieve.
I have a CD disc here at the side by my music center, and it's from a lady in Finland who is blind, and she has been blind almost since birth. And she was in the goal mapping presentation listening when I did my book launch in Tampere, and she created a goal map. And although she couldn't see, she created it using audio, but also like a layered card, so she could touch it. And her goal was to record her own CD album. And when I made the presentation, I heard nothing from her. And then, like 2-3 years later, I think it was Hari or Ganila from Finland was giving me the CD. And every time I still have it, listened to it recently, and me and Vicky will listen to it. Whenever I listen to it, it always makes me cry because she was, I think, in her 60s when she recorded the CD, and she has a voice like an angel.
Wow.
And to think that a simple presentation that I made was the trigger for her to follow through, do her goal map, and achieve that goal, which has been there for her for such a long time. I think it's such an incredible feeling when you help someone achieve something. And I love that story about you with your son. Yes, yes, I can help you.
Well, but that's but I think that's the main thing. Why we do this is helping other people in their lives,
sure.
and challenging situations, and realizing that we always need each other.
Yeah.
Even we have tools ourselves, we need each other, supporting each other in the cases when somebody is down. Hey, let me help you, and this is one of the best way to help people to take their getting their strength and power back.
Yeah,
this is
How
great
old
to
was your
recommend.
son when you did the workshop?
Well, he's now 31, so he was 20, I would say 6,
Okay,
7,
yeah, very good.
something like that.
And
It's already a few years ago.
your goals for the future, Pete?
Well, my goal is to help people to raise their awareness. That's what I do in many different ways. And I love helping people to that they can find their full potential and power and who they actually really are. You know, behind the mind and behind the body and who they really are. That's kind of maybe the key thing for myself at the moment. And actually, I would like to add one thing, that what I was doing also with the goal mapping, we added senses, as you remember.
Yeah.
And that's very powerful tool as well, that when you use your map, you can use one of the senses, essential oil or whatever is kind of a
to activate
sense
parts
that you
of the
like.
brain. I was very
It
impressed with
also
that.
activates. Yeah, using one with your map, and it's very powerful because the whole system remembers that smell.
And if you were, many people watch the recordings, many people join. If you had a microphone to the world, what piece of wisdom, what message would you share with people?
Oh, that's a big question.
I know it's a good question. You're a big person.
Yeah, it's a big question, but I wish that people could believe themselves. There's so much more inside them that is actually behind their stories and beliefs and habits. All those times that people want to change their life, I said that go for it. Do the changes that improve your life. It's possible if you believe in that, and if you make goals for it. It's going to happen, because that's inevitable. It's going to happen if you focus on that. But yes, believe in yourself and loving yourself, because in the end we are all in love.
Yeah.
Pure love.
And if people want to contact you to book on one of your workshops or connect with you for coaching or something, can people do that through the coach profile? Is that a good way? I checked earlier that you're there and details are all good for you.
Yeah, please. And it's easy. It's p@piinto.fi. I can write also my emails here. Yeah. So you can reach me out, and you can find me in Facebook and all of the different tools. There are not that many P. Leskinen names, so it should be quite easy.
You are unique.
Yeah, if you need any support, and I really recommend, if you haven't done any of the goal mapping trainings, it's life-changing. If you want to make changes, improve your life in a way that it's easier for yourself to be shining and being light, do one of the workshops.
Thank you, Pete.
First, it's able to help yourself, and then you are able to help others.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for making the time this evening. I know how busy you are. I know it's also 2 hours later in Finland.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm not busy. I stopped being busy many years ago.
Only as busy as you want to be.
I recommend that also, people, that stop being busy. Just don't use that word, and it's gonna change your life as well.
Be in the flow.
Oh,
Bless
thank
you,
you.
Pete.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and
Lots of love to you.
all the best. Thank
Okay.
you.
See you soon, my friend. Bye-bye.